Plan and monitor your team's work capacity with Workload View, a new view designed to help you visualize your team's capacity and manage resources. You can add the Workload View at any level of the hierarchy through these steps. Turn on the Resource Management ClickUp. Click on the plus icon in any list, folder, space, or everything. Select Workload. Give it a name. Select your effort type, whether it's tasks, time, or points, and add capacity for users. Now, let's break down how the Workload View works, starting with capacity. Capacity tells you how much can get done, so work is prioritized by measuring capacity in a number of ways. Hours, which is the amount of time each person has available. Tasks, which is how many tasks a person can get done in a day, especially useful if tasks are all the same size. And points, which is used in systems like Scrum to give relative sizing to tasks. Choose your preferred method at the top of the view. Set the capacity for each team member by clicking the capacity under their name or the capacity bar to bring up the modal. Weekly capacity will be divided evenly among Monday to Friday, leaving the weekends free. Users on enterprise workspaces can also elect to customize capacities per day, including setting different days as their weekends with no capacity. Once your workload view is created, you'll have a day-by-day visualization of how much each person has assigned to them during that period, and compares it with their capacity. This allows you to immediately see who is overburdened, and then reallocate to those showing unused capacity. To reveal the tasks contributing to any overburdened staff member's day, click one of their workload bars to show which tasks are pushing them over their capacity. Click it again to hide them. Tasks appear in the workload view according to their start and due dates. Moving it will change these. Tasks can slide to be rescheduled, reassigned, or even unassigned altogether. As always, you can click a task to open it directly. Some tasks span multiple days, or even weeks. For tasks like this, where total effort is measured by hours or points, they are divided across all the days, starting with its start date and ending on its due date. For example, if you're assigned a task with an 8-hour time estimate and the task goes for 2 days, a workload of 4 hours will be displayed on each of those 2 days. When total effort is measured by tasks instead of hours or points, they will display differently. They will count one task for every day it's across. For instance, a task that spans 3 days would be counted as one task on each of those 3 days. By default, weekends have 0 capacity. Tasks that go partially or fully over days with 0 capacity will not apply effort to them. For example, here is a task scheduled across 3 days. However, since one of them has 0 capacity, the effort is split between the 2 days that do have capacity. If a task is put only on a day with 0 capacity, forcing it to apply, the day will highlight red to indicate a day with overburdened capacity. Scroll through weeks with the arrow buttons at the top of the view. To return to a certain date each time, toggle on Always Stay on this date as shown below. The workload view uses a color scheme which relates to percentage of capacity used. Days are green when people have 0 to 99% capacity. Orange means they are at 100 to 110% capacity. And red indicates an individual is well over capacity, with 110% or more. The size of the workload bar for each person on each day will depend on their capacity. A part-time person working 20 hours a week will have a bar that is half as tall as someone working 40 hours per week, as they can only be assigned half as much. This also applies for tasks and points. You can see the exact figures for any day by hovering over it, which will tell you what their capacity is for that day and how much has been assigned to them. Users on enterprise workspaces will see a second figure for how much has been assigned to them on that day across the entire workspace, and grouped by a variety of factors. For groupings other than assignee, workload bars will not appear, as these groupings do not have capacity assigned to them. You can create new tasks in any group by clicking the plus icon beside its name. Then, fill in the name, add the list if needed, add any other details you like, and hit save. The task will appear to the left of your workload view. From there, drag the task to where you need it and stretch it to your desired length. Unassigned tasks have their own special group at the bottom. However, it's important to note that this group does not display all unassigned tasks. These are tasks that are scheduled within the visible period and happen to be unassigned. With any time-bound view, it's important not to forget what is out of sight. Scheduled but unassigned tasks are visible. However, staff might have overdue tasks out of view that need attending to, assigned tasks that don't appear because they haven't been scheduled, or tasks that appear but are ghosting because they've been given no effort. To catch all of these, we have the sidebar. It's divided into 3 categories to ensure you don't miss any tasks. While collapsed, it will show the total tasks of these 3 types. You can expand it to see them. You can drop existing tasks onto the workload. This will change them to be in that group. Drag from each end of the task to expand or shrink their duration as needed. Tasks can also be given color schemes based on either the color of the list they're in, their status color, or the color of their value for a drop-down custom field. Along with filtering and grouping, you can also choose extra options to customize your view. The options are hiding weekends so they don't appear in the view, subtasks set to viewable or not viewable, closed tasks set to viewable or not viewable, location of the task within the hierarchy, parent name of subtasks, and assignees, which are useful when you're not already sorting by assignee. Now that you've been introduced to the workload view, you're ready to start taking full control of your available resources and gain unrivaled transparency into your team's capacity.